And hello and welcome everybody. Welcome back to episode number 27 of the Bloxcentric Server. This is Ranquist here. As always, how is everybody doing? So, it's been a little bit since I've put out a video, and that's because I've had a lot of things going on. And let's switch out of this mode real quick. Okay, yeah. So, last weekend, this weekend that just came by, on February 8th was my wife, Mrs. Ranquist, and I's 1-year anniversary. So we are super excited. It was a fun time. I spent the whole time at home. For those of you that don't know, I took a job in California, a contract job, just to kind of further my real life career. Not that I don't love you guys, but you know, gotta pay the bills. So we've been apart for about 6 months. Well, it's been 5 months for now. The whole contract is that's not different. The whole contract is a 6-month contract, so it's a little boost. But anyways, so yeah, there was that, and then I had to come back, and she's actually coming back this weekend, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of extra recording for you guys to see if I can, to try to keep up with. I said I don't have another 2 weeks without a video, but anyways, so where am I? I'm on the Bloxcentric server, and we are working on we are working on the harbor town. Last episode, we took a tour of my Roman city, and again, we'll come back to there later. I know I'd like to compile, or at least talk about some of the comments. I got some funny, some funny comments from some of the Bloxcentric members talking about, how I was a real Caesar because I didn't care about my citizens. No, that's not true. But with some of them were saying I should build a school and educate my citizens, and they probably wouldn't revolt. And I said, well, being that I am, it's kind of a dictatorship. I decide when things get built, and I choose not to build it for now because I want it to be pretty. So when we come up with a design, we'll start to look towards that. But for now, we're actually here at the harbor town because I have some work to do. I've got a lot of things I need to get done. If we look up here, the Neural has been busy working on all these buildings. I remember last time when we looked, there was just a bunch of beams and crazy things going all over the place. But he seems to have cleaned up quite a bit of it. And so you've got a couple of rows here. Now it's a lot bigger than this side. Obviously, it's a little bit more organized than say, this was kind of random buildings that we built, around there. So, but I think it looks good. I think that we probably could do a little bit more of the changing of, like the stairs, try to mismatch it a little bit because, that one's not bad, but some of them are a little bit sparse. And even though this probably is the wealthier side, let's just go with that. It's still a harbor town. You still get weathered. You still get, it's right up against the water, right? And if anything, this side is less protected than this side over here. You've got this little island here to kind of protect against the waves. So this guy, they're better constructed, but they should still take on a little bit more of a weathered look. One thing that we were talking about, that far building there is actually going to be our mine office or depot, or I'm not really sure, but we're gonna have a custom built mine in this mountain here, and this is where they get all their building blocks, their stone, and also where they get all their materials to trade, because this here is a distribution center. And I did a little bit of work, and actually I'll go over some of the work that I have been doing. But yeah, so this is a distribution center. Not only is it going to send out farmed goods like the plants that we're going to have based off over there, and we're going to have the animals, I think. That's the plan, coming from over here. Plus we have timber, right? We've got our tree farm, which I've spent quite a bit of time over there. But we're also going to have the mining village, right? So all the big things, all the stone, the ores, we're going to want to be able to ship those out to make some monies for other kingdoms or villages around the world. So what do we have to do? Well, we have to figure out how the heck are we going to get the materials from inside the mine to here. Yeah, sure, we could build a bridge, but that's kind of obstructing. If we have some really big ships, then, it'd have to be a really big bridge, and it wouldn't really fit, in my opinion. Or, we could boat it over. Well, then what's the point of having this building here? Because then the boats could just come up and grab from there. So I think that the best option is to go underneath. So we're going to have a big tunnel, and, it's going to go from under there, under the bay, into the mine. Yes. So we've got a couple entrances that we're going to have to build. So we've got the first entrance is coming out of that mine building. I think we're going to, I'm not 100% sure what we're going to do. I got to talk to the neural about it, but there's going to be some processing in this building, possibly, maybe for, I think it's probably going to be more for the workers. Let's just say that. I don't think we're going to want to process the ores there. We could do some processing in the distribution center. There's plenty of room down there to do that. But we're going to have to figure out whether we want it in the mine or in this section. And, that's going to kind of dictate how big over here versus over here we're going to do. But at least we're going to have storage, because, we're going to want to have all of our materials to sell to market here before the ships get in. We don't want them waiting and having us trucking it over and figure it out. So there's going to be a lot of storage. And let's go over some of the details of how that's going to work. Let's jump down here. Okay. Another thing that I did work on is I spent a lot of time and a couple shovels digging out this section. If you remember correctly, all this flat section, and I'm going to repair this. It's not going to look like, I can stay down here for a while. It's not going to look like just dirt patchy. I'm going to actually fill it in with dirt all the way down there, and I'm going to fix these walls here to be, kind of like the rocks to protect. And I know that a lot of this is going to go away. I just didn't have the patience to get all of it done. And that's because, the boats are going to come in, and we don't want them bottoming out here. So that's why I dug this out. I think it feels a lot better as far as, what makes sense for the boats. It may even have to go deeper. So we'll figure out how big the boats need to be when they come in here. We have all the way down to all the way down to there, and that may make sense. The only issue that I see is that what I'm probably going to have to do, I'm probably going to have to build up a little structure like right here, so that we can get the tunnel coming in underneath here. And it's going to be, diagonal. Let's get some air here. Yeah, not really. I can dig. Let's do it the cheaty way. Super cheaty. Air. Okay. So we're going to get, maybe a tunnel structure that comes down here, right? And kind of a sharp decline into here, into the mountain. And then we'll have our mines that come up. And what I want to have is I want to have rail cars that go in between. So the plan, do I have ender pearls? No, I don't. I have a gold chest plate. But, swim. Go. Okay, so the plan is, obviously, the rail car is going to come in here with loads of materials, whether it's, stone or iron or gold or whatever. And then it's going to come in, and then we're going to have kind of like a sorting distribution center, possibly in this section. So I kind of want to make it seem that, like, this kind of rotates, right? So you can come this way, and then everything gets stored, and then they figure out what they're going to do. And then all the materials come this way to then be picked up by that crane. And the crane isn't built. I've still got to work on that. Part of me, it's going to be in motion, right? So the crane arm is going to come down. And this may actually end up changing the shape of this island slightly. This might have to actually come out a little bit more so that we can get this hole in the right spot so that, the crane arm doesn't bang, hit this every single time, because that doesn't seem very efficient. So that's going to be, I'm going to get all of the inner workings done first, obviously the tunnel. And then from there, once we get all this, then we can pretty it up, make some lighting, get the storage in, figure out what we're going to do. Whether we're going to build the smelting here. I'm not 100% sure. We might do, I don't know. I'm torn, but I have to talk to the neural first. And so what's going to happen from there, that crane arm is going to come down, ouch, pick up the goods. It's going to lift it up. And then what we're going to have is we're actually going to have some more cart systems here, and it's going to come here, and then it's going to split off to either side, right? So then we can go in any direction that we want, any of these three, and then from there, these cranes can then pick it up and place it on the ship. So yeah, it's a very big, intricate system from there, underneath here, somewhere over there, and then we'll figure out what they want, and they come there, up there, boop, 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 boop. But I think it works really well, and it'll do this place some justice to get some guts and some inner workings done. And then once we get that done, we've got this tower, and we essentially need to figure out, not only do we need to figure out how we're going to get the materials onto this floor, which we've got a somewhat idea, but we have to figure out how the materials are going to go up to that floor up there, and that's the tricky part, because we're debating, we could do magic, we could have a big crane, we could do a lot of different things, but part of me wants to have like a different system for something, because we don't want to slow down the system with having one big crane that comes down, because one that side needs a counterbalance. Maybe it comes off the side. Maybe we have like crystals that they're magic crystals that bring things up. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. We will see. So that's what we're going to get doing. I'm going to get to work. I am going to start on this tunnel system, possibly. Yeah, we're going to start in this tunnel system, and when you come back, I will have some progress. So I will see you in a second. Bye-byes. Okay, guys, welcome back, and I've got quite a bit done as far as our tunnel goes. Now, I have not completed the mine, not in the least bit, but let's take a tour real quick. So we started out here, and I really like the 5x5 type tunnel. This one thing is, on the downward slopes, it doesn't give you the same effect as on the flats. So I may end up digging this out, maybe one more. We'll see with that, but or maybe I'll dome the top. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but let's take a look. So I've got what I wanted to do is I wanted to make like a circuit, right? So we've got carts coming in and carts going out, and I wanted it so that the carts never really have to stop. And if we had one track, let's just say down the middle, then you'd have to come in, it'd come up, you'd take the track off and then come back, and you have to worry about collisions with things coming this way. So we've got an inbound track here and an outbound going from here back this way, right? So what I did, I went with this stone brick for this centerpiece, and partially so I can get stairs instead of just jumping up the whole thing. And I really like the gravel underneath, so the tracks are going to be on top of this, and it's kind of a mainstay for train tracks. You have them on like a stone or gravel type thing, so anybody that's actually been by train tracks should see it. So this is actually not too big of a tunnel. Now this first section here, where you can see the water pouring off, this was kind of a pain. It was a lot of work to get this in, and because I had to build the next layer down, and then I had to fill it in to kill all the water source blocks, and then from there then I had to dig what I did out, and then keep repeating all the way until I got to pretty much the flat section right about here. And then once I got here, I was well enough underneath the water line to be able to just blaze straight through and get to the other side. Now this once we get into here, I wanted to get those first. I was going through and collecting all the coal and the iron, because we are running low on iron because our iron golem farm is not working at the moment. That's something Drac probably needs to take care of. But anyways, so it comes in here, and I like this little curve. I like, or this indent, instead of just kind of having the wall start here. It kind of allows you to come in here, and it gives it just a little bit more open feel, and you'll see a better example when we get to the top. But so it'll just come in. Well, you'll be coming this way, so let's assume that there won't be a tunnel here. There probably will be, so that's why I kind of left it open. But the carts would come up this way and then go up here, and also I ran out of gravel here, so I'll have to pick up some up. But anyway, so we come up here, And then we've got a nice big intersection here. And this, I want this to be my main shaft because it connects straight to our mining building. So this is going to be our straight shaft down to bedrock or 12. And then with those shafts over there, I may end up having it branch up and around because they're, in theory, they could do some mining up in the air. Most of it's going to be purely aesthetic. This main shaft here, when it does get down to, the normal mining level, which is 12, will be, we could use it as the neural I could use it as regular mining for resources like diamonds and whatnot, which I really have to do, or we could just use it to gather stone. So, so this will be multi-purpose from here. But anyway, so we've got the tracks and they'll come this way. So the stone will come up this way and it can come over into this direction up into the mining building. And its exact title and term, I'm not really sure what we're going to end up doing, but it's going to be a dual purpose, possibly to have like an office building where you can, make purchases or look at the ledger. Also, it's going to be multi-floors, as you can see. Now, I wasn't 100% sure what the neural was thinking as far as, where the bottom floor was. I kind of assumed it was at this level here, which is why I built the tunnel there. We can make it work whichever way it ends up being, so it's not that big of a deal if it ends up being lower. But this would be some administration, some shopping, some prospecting, kind of like accounting type section, and then upstairs we could have the some mining barracks for people that were either on call or pulling a double shift or something. And that's why it's not that's why we went with this tall of a building here. So that's pretty much what this building is going to look like on the interior. The only other thing that other than completing the mine, the only other thing I really need to do is farm enough iron to make all the tracks. But until we get this entire, at least the main shaft down to level 12, I'm not going to worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. But what I am going to do quickly with you guys on camera, because we're getting close to our end time, is I wanted to actually go over a couple. Maybe we do that. Because what we're going to do, we can't just leave this a square, going through, because it's dangerous, right? You're digging through the mountain and you're taking support away from higher rock. So what I do want to do is let's look at possibly some supports. And so I'm still going to go with this oak wood here. And I didn't need to put that one there, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I really like the way the oak wood looks, especially when you pair it with the spruce. So we're going to take this. Oop, boop. Boop. Nope. 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 You might not even see that, but nope. There. And then let's get this side right here. Okay, so we've got that, and then it's going to need some ceiling support. So let's get that, and this is nice because I can actually take this out. Boop. And then let's. I like the idea of that. Let's get a little arch. But we need to fill that in. Yeah, okay. So that's not bad. That's kind of a little neat bit of shadow. But that's there. That looks kind of bare. So we're going to put these here. And we can finish it off like this. Yeah. I think the only thing that I need is that. It's kind of big, but I kind of like it. So, in theory, I don't really know. No, that's too big. That's too much. Too much. Go away. Go away. And if that's, let's do one more. Let's try maybe that. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We can do. I don't have any fence on me, but we can try fence there too. I mean, we don't want to go too much. I think that'll work right there. I think that's good. That's good. Neural, tell me what you think. other anybody really. It doesn't have to be the neural, So tell me what you think about that. And so what we'd do is, I don't know, possibly that would be here, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, yeah, I can't count. 1, 2, 3, ha, there, ooh, boom. Oh no. Okay. Oh, this is taking forever. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think I have enough. I just have enough. I haven't counted this out further down the road either, so this may not be the right amount that's gonna fit. I actually didn't count any of it out. Probably a mistake. It's gonna look like crap. It's okay. Mistake's my middle name. Boo, boo, boo. You, quickly. Oh, there. No, too quick. Slow down. Perfect. No, wait, what? I pick stairs. Here. Oh no. Need more. And then lastly, boosh. Wonderful. And this is not the finished product by any means. This is kind of just the support beams, and then what we can do from here too is we can pretty up this area right in here, make this a little nicer, maybe get some better lighting. I don't know if it's probably going to end up being the lighting is going to be on the posts, but we can, we could possibly do something like, have another lighting feature in here, or have, some other neat thing. And then also these side rails, these are not set in stone. We can possibly pull them out and maybe make some designs there. So that's an option. Tell me what you think, whether you like open, closed, maybe a mixture, but we are going to dig into these walls a bit and give it some life, a little bit of prettiness for sure. At least give it some depth, right? Because it's kind of, having the posts in there really help, but a little bit more depth would be nice. Maybe just 1, maybe 2 layers. We'll see. So that's kind of, it seems like I didn't get a lot done, but I really did. That was a lot of work. It really needed to happen. And now we have a set system for how these rocks and resources are coming in, coming down here, they come up, they get prospected, they get counted, and they come back around, boom, boom, and they go out, down, down in, and they come across and then come back up. So this is perfect. It's roundabout, but it's kind of one of those things where, these people didn't really have an option, right? They kind of played with the cards they were dealt and came up with a solution, and, it works for them, and it works for me because I built it. But, it's, in my opinion, it's better than trying to force a bridge in here, or to, possibly think about ferrying things across, or even, blocking anything. I think that would kind of take away from, the decor around. So I'm happy with this. And I think the neural will be happy with it too, once he gets accustomed to it. So I've got a lot of thinking to do in between now and the next episode. We're going to get some more progress done on this in the mine area. And then from there, once the mine progress is done, we'll make a little bit, which that's kind of just off camera, nitty gritty, digging and getting all the way down. So it shouldn't take too long. But once we get that done, then we can come back and we can really work on the storage and the rail system up top here. So we'll start up there. So when we come back, we'll work on the rail system, and that's pretty much it. So let's take one more final look. Also, I'm going to need an entrance. This is kind of plain, so we're going to need something cool there. So that's really going to do it again, thank you guys for your support. Thanks for watching. If you liked the episode, please leave a like, subscribe. All those help my channel and more. Also, please take a look at the Neural. He is pretty awesome. He's actually got 2 channels. One, the links are through his channel, but he does Minecraft stuff. He does other things like Factorio and others on a different channel. So check him out. He's awesome. He built a lot of these buildings here. We've kind of been working together, but so yeah. So again, thanks for watching. I'm rambling, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye, folks.